The romantasy genre is having a moment right now, and while it's everywhere, there's one unexpected project that might not be on romantasy fans' radar, but should be: Netflix's live-action One Piece, really. While the live-action may be in its infancy, One Piece Season 2 has yet to be released. It's adapted from Eiichiro Oda's One Piece manga that has been around for decades, with the anime adaptation having been around almost as long. Like the manga and anime before it, Season 1 of the One Piece live-action show was an enormous hit for Netflix. The manga is the best-selling manga of all time, thanks to the deeply memorable characters and the wild, expansive world. It's one of the most unique worlds ever created and deserves a place in the pantheon of greatest epic stories of all time. The live-action One Piece is a sort of miracle, the only westernized, live-action adaptation of an anime that has ever captured the anime feel of the world and the characters' powers, while still feeling grounded and joyful, rather than corny. Yet, while all of that is good, that's not why romantasy fans need to watch and catch up before Season 2. No, the real reason why is something entirely different. One Piece is stealthily made for the female gaze. We read enough romantasy and run enough pieces to know what romantasy fans and book talk girlies, and guys, want. We're all about the sexy. Our genre wouldn't exist without hot men with fantastic powers or incredible skills. Surprisingly, perhaps shockingly, even, that's the one big reason to watch the live-action One Piece. The cast is one of the most attractive ones ever assembled. Seriously. The men are downright eye candy, and that goes for the antagonists as much as the heroes. The live-action adaptation even managed to make a psychotic clown attractive, thanks to Jeff Ward in the role. If you don't believe me, just Google buggy One Piece fanfic. Trust me. It's out there. They're so very much out there. If you, like me, also find yourself pondering at some point in episode 2, do I find clowns attractive now? Enjoy the solidarity of knowing you are but the newest member of an established club. Of course, it helps that most of those men are introduced in their very first scenes showing off their anime-level skills: Zoro, Makenyu Arata, and Mihawk, Stephen John Ward, in sword fights where they easily dispatch their opponents, for example, or Sanji, Taz Skylar, cooking something delicious before swiftly ending a fight with his kicks. Their competence continues to shine throughout the season. That competence isn't just conveyed in hard skills, either, but also in soft skills. Silver Fox and certified Zaddy Vice Admiral Garp, Vincent Regan, spends time molding the young cadets under his command with pragmatic advice. Respected pirate Shanks, Peter Gadiot, acts as a father figure to young protagonist Luffy, Inaki Godoy, stressing that a man needs to be strong, but he also needs to be good, cementing himself as the first of many ovary-exploding men on the show. If competence is your kink, One Piece is your show. There are few things hotter than an attractive, competent man who is entirely secure in who he is, and One Piece is littered with them. While there is briefly one very welcome shirtless scene, that's it. Yet, it's a show that stealthily, yet completely, satisfies the female gaze, as it organically offers what women actually find attractive, as opposed to the shirtless superhero movies that are really just male power fantasies. It's around the 37:00 mark of episode 6. You're welcome. One Piece lacks the toxic masculinity that's in too much romantasy. Sanji talking to Luffy in One Piece Season 1. One incredibly refreshing thing you'll notice when watching One Piece is how utterly lacking it is in toxic masculinity. Modern romantasy is too often rife with problematic tropes, and sadly, some of the most popular series are the worst offenders. As fun as the books often are, they don't exactly advance progressive notions or challenge lazy gender stereotypes. Several elements are deeply problematic. There's no denying that there's something inherently creepy about the whole mate concept, or how the Fae refer to women in A Court of Thorns and Roses as females, something that is a walking red flag in the real world. Violet and Xaden's immature, codependent relationship is downright unhealthy in Fourth Wing. Other series have equally questionable relationships and imbalanced gender dynamics at play. If the obsession with pregnancy storylines is any indication, too much popular romantasy that focuses on heteronormative relationships enforces ultra-conservative, patriarchal ideas about the roles of women as romantic partners. A troubling number of romantasy writers have framed their MMC's possessive jealousy and control issues as sexy, positive qualities instead of the emotional manipulation they actually are. That's why it's such a joy to watch One Piece, where the men are sexy because they're goofy, sincere, loyal, and insanely charismatic without being toxic. Hilariously, the only time there's any jealousy in the series, it's in the form of sibling-like rivalry between two men quietly competing to be the protagonist's bestie and right-hand man, not because of a woman. And while Sanji is an incorrigible flirt, it's always with the utmost respect for women and a clear understanding of boundaries. The One Piece live-action made sure to fix Sanji's character from the manga and anime. He'll shoot his shot, but the minute a woman rejects him, he merely smiles and gives a cheeky wink before dropping it. There's no pouting over the rejection or ruffled feathers. Sanji offers his compliments and his flirtation with no strings attached. As a woman who has seen way too many fictional stories where the rejected man refuses to take no for an answer, and too many real ones where a woman was put in physical danger or killed for rejecting a man, it's a joy to watch Sanji happily flirt, then just as happily stop. It's sweet to watch Usopp, Jacob Romero, be shyly in love with Kaya, Celeste Lutz, without being a creepy, friend-zoned weirdo about it.